right, so we covered the Shannon Sharpe situation. For those that don't know, make sure you go look at my last video on the channel. And that will pretty much break down my views on a 56-year-old man even attempting to sleep with a 19-year-old woman, which is insane. Okay. Now, I broke down where we were at yesterday, and since then, a lot of things have happened. People have responded. Camron is actually speaking on it on his podcast. It is what it is. And let's get into what he had to say about what Shannon Sharpe is doing in his personal time.
See what happens? That's what Stat just said in a very professional way. That was really nice the way you put that, because that's all you really said. This is what happened when you fuck with the white bitches. That's what you get. That's exactly what I heard from you. But look, this is a few, like you said, it's a lot of shit to unpack with this. First thing,
I mean, I wish it was just that simple to say that. You know, just to say it's just what happens when you mess with a white woman is not the easiest way to put it. This is what happens when a grown man deals with a little girl. A little girl and a young woman is going to do things that young woman doing. She's not doing nothing wrong. She's doing what a young woman do. He's the problem, in my opinion. You know, now, does that mean that she should get $50 million? Hell no. Because if he ain't did nothing to her, then why is he giving her money?
you said $100 million, now they want 50 out of nowhere. But you know, when you sue for 50, you don't really want 50.
Yeah.
You take about 23,
Exactly.
24.
Yeah.
You go for the high number so you can settle out for what you really want. That's first and foremost. Secondly, she 20. How old? 92?
I'm gonna get his
like,
exact age.
you gotta know what's going on. Not saying she don't fuck with you. Listen.
Do you know that he from Chicago too? I bet a lot of y'all don't even realize that Shay is from, Shannon Sharpe is from Chicago. That is just insane.
The internet. Then not only that, you leave Undisputed and go to First Take. So when I first seen Shannon on the internet arguing, going back and forth with certain people, you know, even me and him had a couple words here and there. Nothing crazy. I got mad love for super duper love for that nigga. But when I seen him going back and forth with other people, so
Hold on. Why is it at this part of the video everybody leave? Where is you going? Get your ass comfortable real quick. Make sure you subscribe and hit the top bell and stay your ass to the end of the video. Damn.
to speak. And I said, he doesn't get it. Now he probably gets it. He's getting more seasoned. I'm talking about last year when he's arguing the sex tape, if you want to call it that, and going back, and before that was other things, people saying that he was gay, and he's going back and forth arguing with people. I'm saying, it's one thing being a successful athlete, and then it's a different thing being a successful entertainer, even though sports is entertainment. But, you know, Shannon Sharpe is a Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, so people know who he is. But now you're sitting there talking about people. It's one thing when you're catching the ball, scoring touchdowns. It's another thing when you're opinionated about different people.
And when you're talking about people and you're actually making an impact, people are always going to find something to bring you down on. And I think that's what Cam is really kind of trying to base it off of. Like, why do y'all think people sit around and boost you up? No, people don't want you to get to where you at. So with Shannon Sharpe, he's an easy target. That's really what he's saying. He is an easy target. It's easy when you see him jumping out the car. He got the bow-legged legs like your baby mom. It's easy to make him a target. But like you said, he got to realize the position that you in. Just because, you know, money is one thing, but fame is a whole other thing, you know. And when you get into fame and you start talking about people's lives and realize it reverses, people start talking about your life.
People. So he found a new brand of success, and I don't think he knew about it in the beginning because, you know, he used to say, my sister said, when you're at the top, this, and third. Yeah, nigga, that's the way it goes. People are going to want to come at you when you're successful in this realm. When you're successful in football, people can't run as fast as you or jump as high as you or catch touchdowns. It's something different to where you're.
Quick question. Do you think that the female at 19 years old was even alive when he even had a Hall of Fame? Sick, right? I know.
Being opinionated, and now that you have a smartphone, everybody has an opinion. Anybody with a smartphone can have an opinion. So when you have this newfound success, you got to know how to move, especially with the bitches. You got to know how to move, my nigga, because they all, I'm not saying niggas don't fuck with you, but they want something. They want a couple dollars. They want 25,000 a cheek. What the fuck is that? Yo, 25,000 a cheek, and you still speak to the bitch? Like you said, to me, it
25,000 a cheek is insane, bro.
sounds like they had a lot of, what's the word? I don't want to use BDSM. They had a lot of like little rough relationship. When I say that, choke her and she like it, or grab her up and she like it. Because there's some shit I read it too.
She like
that
it.
He had anal sex and she got mad because he ain't put the condom on or some shit like that. Obviously, Shorty likes some of this shit, my personal opinion. And like Stat said, I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody going through something serious. But the first thing I took from this when I heard it was, look, he was living in California and moved to Nevada. She moved from California to Nevada too. So if somebody's being abusive to you in one state, why would you move to the next state with the same nigga who's abusing you?
And California and Vegas is like, you don't have to live in Vegas. You can just live in Cali. Another thing too is Vegas is not big enough for you to be in Vegas and avoiding people. It's not that big.
I don't know. Me personally, I found the red flag with that personally. And then the next thing is, this sex tape that's supposedly coming out. Shannon said, put the whole 30 minutes out, or 10 minutes, whatever it is. I guess it's some part in there for 30 seconds because brought that up. Shannon brought that up. He said, I believe he's going to release 30 seconds of it. Whatever that 30 seconds is must be nasty and violent and fucked up. If you don't want to put the whole 10 minutes and you reducing it
30 seconds.
to that 30, it must have been WWE in that joint. Elbow off the top of the bed, off the throw against the dresser. You white little bitch, come here, suck big black. Fuck you talking about? You want nigga part. I get it. Because I tell white bitches you want that nigga, but it's consensual. They agree. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I've been doing this in a different realm.
If you've never entered that realm, you wouldn't know. If you enter that realm, just put the eye emoji in the comments, all right? If you don't know, just put the question mark in the comments. You may not understand.
From him, I never made it as a professional athlete. I've been out here shaking and juggling these bitches since 20 years old. I know what you up to. I know when a bitch try to bait me in a text message to say some dumb shit. I ain't writing it back. You right, and I'm not writing nothing back. You can't get me to write a damn thing back when I see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta know. See, that's the fucked up thing. It seemed like he trusted her from the conversation I heard. You gotta read the signs like, I don't want to get choked.
Yeah, look, he's too excited. That's the thing. That's why he an old head. You feel me? Because he too excited. You know what I mean? And he too excited. He not looking at the little basic signs. He's so excited and thrown off. He not looking at the basic signs that'll let you know she's trying to set you up. He like, oh, I got the little young joint. You know, I got the little young joint. Boy, she 19, bruh.
That ain't something you usually say. Hold on. You don't usually talk to me like this. Why are you talking to me like this now?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna hit you back. Boom. And then you know when shit ain't right, you be like, when you answer the phone, they be like, hello. They setting up. Oh, I can hear you now. They done set the call up. You gotta read all these signs,
exactly.
bro. And
all right. So that was Camron's view on the whole Shannon Sharpe situation. I do feel like as a grown man, he wrong. You know, is it legal? Yes, it is legal, and that's exactly what you know, Envy was talking about. Like, you got to just watch that last video I did on my channel, you'll realize. But the main thing is you should not be in your 50s talking to a 19-year-old and complaining about what a 19-year-old will do, because that's what they going to do. All right? Let me know y'all views in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe at the top bell. I'm out of here. See you on the next one.